Hello everyone, very good morning and good evening. Welcome to our SAP FICO demo, where we'll be explaining that how we can start a career as a SAP FICO consultant. So this is our bundle to Mastery SAP S/4HANA FICO, SAP S/4HANA FICO, which covers the multiple different products. So what we have done, we have put together all of the products in a bundle which require to make you as SAP FICO consultant, right? What is your journey, where you need to start and where you need to end? What we found in the Shastra gig, where basically we are providing the training almost for 7 years dedicatedly into the training, and overall we have a 10 years of training experience. So we found that people get knowledge on SAP module, but they are not able to get a job. Okay, but they are not able to become a consultant working as a job, working in a company, right? So only a subject knowledge is not enough. To become a consultant, you need to add a lot of skill set. You need to add additional things. You need to enrich your profile. Then you start getting a lot of requirements and cracking the interview, and then working in a company as a sustained consultant you need to do. So for that, you need to go through a learning journey. Will have to go through. So that is the learning journey we'll go through. And all this, most of, not all, but most of these products has been part of the bundle which we provide. These all are the products in the bundle. So I would be taking you through this roadmap, that what should be a journey roadmap first to become SAP FI. Now, because we understand, so this is a journey which you need to do it to become a SAP consultant, and we understand that there are the people who would be there. There would be the people who would be there who is coming from very basic. They don't know anything. Okay, they don't know anything about SAP. That's where. But we expecting that you are having a basic knowledge on the finance business processes. You know that. But there are some consultant might be there who even does not have a basic finance knowledge, means they have some knowledge. But if you want to become a finance consultant, you need to be good in the general ledgers, principles, credit debit principles, accounting principles, accounts payable, account receivable, asset accounting, profit center accounting. These basic, I'm not saying that in SAP, but as a basic business process and the business knowledge or the subject knowledge, you should be having it. A lot of people coming from the commerce background, coming from the finance MBA background already have that knowledge. They know all this terminology and concepts. But if you are the one, you also need to learn ki bhaiya, also want to know the basic terminology and want to become, because there are some people who are very passionate about finance, right? I met two or three consultants. I met two or three people who came for us to get training, and they said, Ki, I want to do finance only because the finance numbers, figures attracts me a lot. They are from the technical background, ABAP background, technical coding background, operations background, which does not belong to finance. So we have also converted them as FICO consultant. But even before this journey, there is one more course which we recommended to understand the basics of finance. We have not mentioned it here because that course is not on our platform. But I think as of now, this course is available free also, where basically you can go to the basics of finance. That would be somewhere around 10 hours of course. That would be only for the people who does not know finance, or they are not very clear with all the finance basic principle, but still they want to become a finance consultant. If you want to get a link of this course, you need to drop an email to support@SastraGeek, and they will share that link of that. So that is for the people who does not know the basic finance processes. If you already know the basic finance processes, you have worked in AP, AR, different departments, you can straight away jump into the course. The first thing you need to know is overview of SAP S/4HANA, which we call it SAP in nutshell. SAP in nutshell. So basically, what try to understand ki SAP kya hai? What is SAP? Okay, we need to try to understand what is SAP. So for that, we have created a course, specific course, where basically we cover from very scratch, from the business process. Ki what are the business processes are there? and why SAP is required in it. And then if SAP is required, who would be implementing, right? What would be the consultant role? What would be the end user role? What would be the core user role? How the support project will happen? How the implementation, different kind of projects would be there? What kind of roles and responsibility would be there? What would be the project phases? So all the things which you need to know before jumping into a module, because you are trying to become SAP FICO consultant, right? But karna kya hai? What we need to do after becoming SAP FICO consultant, we need to do implementation project. In implementation, what is implementation project? What a consultant do in it? And why SAP is required by enterprise? SAP lagana hi kyun? Why people or big companies go for SAP? What is the basic reason? What are the other different modules in SAP? So that you understand the ecosystem of SAP. Okay, so that you understand the ecosystem of SAP. So that itself is a 7 to 8 hours of course which we have created, and we tell this course is a prerequisite. Before you jump into the main FICO course, this would be a prerequisite. You can do it. So we would be having our main sessions would be happening starting from next to next weekend. Okay. So you would be having a 2 weeks to complete this course once you enroll. But we also do some live workshop sessions to cover this part. So this is around 6 to 8 hours of content is there, but we do 3 hours of live workshop so that we can quickly onboard you. Not 3 hours, now it is 3 hours plus 2 hours of workshop we'll be doing. That would be happening on coming Saturday and Sunday. Okay, coming Saturday and Sunday, we'll be having a workshop on SAP in nutshell so that you understand the basics and core things. Live session would be there. But we'll expect from today, in next 2 weeks, you complete this prerequisite course so that you know what are the things. Okay, this is the, I will also show you the workshop. This is a workshop we are going to do. That is a SAP workshop to unlock the power of SAP S/4HANA. So if you are a beginner who want to know what is SAP, you can jump into this workshop that would be happening on next Saturday, 7 p.m. It's a 3 hour workshop session. We'll be having a break in between for 10 minutes. A breather break would be there, but that is for the beginners who are going through that course of the first course, and they can also have the live session with us during this workshop. And then we'll be having another workshop that will be on next Sunday, that is on the SAP navigation workshop, where we'll be telling you if you are very new to SAP, how you need to log into SAP and how you need to do the other processes, right? Now we are doing this in workshop and we created this as a prerequisite because a lot of audience we get it who already know SAP. They are working on one of the basic modules and then they want to straight away, then they want to jump into the SAP FICO learnings, right? So all these basic things they already know. So that's why we converted this into a prerequisite course so that people who are already a consultant, working as a consultant, they don't know this course, the overview of SAP, why SAP, different kind of modules, and all these things, different projects. If you're working consultant, you don't need this part. Then you can straight away jump with this one. SAP S/4HANA FICO. This is our mastery course. This is having a core content. This is the full course on SAP S/4HANA FICO. You can jump into the mastery content. Okay, so this one you need to jump into it. As soon as you enroll, you get the recorded videos of it, and you also get it the live sessions. So live sessions will be happening on Saturday and Sunday. I will also share a schedule with you for the live sessions. It would be, I think, morning 7 a.m. IST for it, but I will share the schedule for the live sessions. FICO is happening over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday morning. Okay, Saturday and Sunday morning. So you can go through the dynamic content, which is already recorded videos are there. But if if you have taken the bundle, then you also have access to live session. This is the course which you need to get it completed with us. We provide 40 hours of instructor-led session, but overall content in our dynamic course can be more. It can be somewhere around 45 to 50. So some video also will ask you to go through the dynamic content. We call it as a dynamic content because we are keep on updating. If we find something new, some new topics are there, we keep on updating that content. That's why we call it as a dynamic content. So this would be the main course which you need to go through, which will give you the FICO knowledge. So by the time you are completing this course, you are ready. You know the SAP, you know the how the FICO module works. Okay, then you would be jumping into this next course, that is a crafting your CV. We have created another course that is somewhere around 2 to 3 hours of course with the reference CVs which we have provided. 2 to 3 hours of course with the reference CVs which we have provided. That course has been crafted. And with this course, you would be able to prepare your CV and then go into the market. Even I suggest ki bhaiya, when this content you have covered 70%, no need to have a fully completed this content. When you have completed this content as a 70%, you can jump preparing the CV so that by the time you are covering this, your CV course is completed and your CV is also ready. There would be some additional courses would be there. This is a additional course. SAP S/4HANA Access, you would be getting it. With the bundle, you get 3 months of SAP S/4HANA Access, by which you would be able to complete your assignments, and you would also be able to complete. You would also be able to do a very good hands-on. That is very much required to become a consultant. Don't have only theoretical knowledge. Only theoretical knowledge is not good to have it, right? Only theoretical knowledge is not good to have it. I see a lot of people. We are putting it as a milestone here because I see a lot of people. They are learning SAP FICO, and they are not going into the market because they think, ki, bhaiya, uh, I'm still not perfect. I still need to know a lot of things. I still need to learn a lot of things. I'm not a perfect yet. I need to know. So 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, people are spending only on learning, not going into the market. Going into the market, jumping into the market is very important because this is a game of demand versus supply. This is a game of demand versus supply. You should be available in the market so that you can be absorbed, right? And then when you will be giving the interview, that will also is kind of a mirror to you, ki bhaiya, what kind of learnings you have done and what more you need to learn, which area you need to focus on more. So that what we need to do it. So prepare the CV from here. Now the CV is prepared, right? The other problem is you have prepared the CV as per our guidance, but you need to review the CV. Okay, you need to review the CV. So we have recently introduced a new product that is a mentorship program. So with this product, you would be able to book your session with your mentor. You would be able to book your session with your mentor. And with this booking a session with the mentor, so this one for FICO, sorry, it is not released. It is in the pipeline. It will take another 2 to 3 weeks, but we will be releasing this. You would be able to book a session with the mentor, and that mentor would be helping you to get your CV prepared. To get your CV prepared, the mentor would be helping you out, right? So mentor can help you in a lot of things to get your CV prepared. If you're getting stuck, you need some motivation, right? Whether things will happen or for me or not, or you are getting stuck. I'm not able to learn it, or I'm getting stuck somewhere. You can always book a mentorship session and they would be guiding you. Want to get your assignments review, whether you are preparing it correctly or not. We have assignment formats which you need to download it, complete the assignment and submit back. That is the format is there. So that assignments also you can review it with the mentorship. So you can book your specific sessions with mentorship to review CV, or if you are giving interviews, you are failing, again, you need to check with your mentor what other things we need to do it. Have a book with session with your mentor so that you can have a conversation and they would be able to help you out. These conversations are very important, right? Because the other thing why people are failing to become a consultant, because they quit, they dropped out, right? So we are putting all these products in place so that when you start something, to take you to till the end journey, putting all the resources are there, and this all has been crafted. This all journey has been crafted. It is handpicked. Modules has been put it there. I have put it a handpicked modules there. By my, I do a lot of one-to-one career counselings to understand with the people what do they want, where they want to progress ahead, right? And there I came to know a lot of people who are not able to become SAP consultants. So I tried to analyze that, yeah, what is the problem? And based on those problems, we have crafted this journey, which has all the elements which you require to become a complete SAP FICO consultant and get a job. Okay. Now, what is the another major problem? Quickly, I want you to put into the chat when you go into the job market and try to search for the job, what is the basic problem you face there? Quickly, put it onto the chat. And if you don't know that, bhaiya, mujhe idea nahi hai, what is the another basic problem which will be faced when you'll go into the market to search for a job, put NI into the chat window. But if you know, put the answer quickly, but type something. Now, when I say you to type something, you type something because that is a strategy, a tactical thing we have put it in place. As soon as you use your finger, type something, your focus gets shift back to this session. That's what I want to bring. Your mind is roaming here and there. It's a weekend, starting of a weekend. I want you to bring your focus back on this session. Communication, okay. Quickly, we have 20 plus people. I have received only 4 responses. Everyone, quickly, if you don't know, use your fingers, type something, at least type NI, no idea. Okay, so that your mind is ready to grasp the ideas. Quickly, everyone, don't be a dead participants. Don't watch a movie, participate in it. Become a hero, don't watch. Okay, practice, experience, lack of practical exposure. Communication, very good. Practical exposure. I thank you. Thank you for all the participants who are attending it interactively. Thank you. Fresher. भैया fresher को job नहीं मिलता. Nobody gave job to a fresher. And we understand that. This is a problem. That's where I came up and I put it this course here, implementation and support project exposure. This is a bigger course than all these courses. This is around 60 to 70 hour of course, and we are giving complimentary with this bundle where you would be having an exposure to the implementation, how the implementation happens, and how the support project happens. So there is a section for the support project that will take you that how we run the support projects, and then will be a section for the full big section for the implementation, starting from the preparation phase. Okay, starting from the discovery phase till going into the preparation phase, how you will be discussing with the business, what kind of questions you need to ask, preparing a questionnaire, doing a as is study, to be study, creating a business blueprint document, reference of the BBP documents, then jumping into the discussion of RISE-FW, identifying a RISE-FW, then preparing a functional specification, examples of the functional specifications, a reference document for the functional specifications, and integrating with the ABAP team, how you will be integrate, how the development will happen, how FUT documents would be created, then how the testing approach will go ahead, how the data upload migration strategies would be there, how the cutover will happen, everything what a consultant would be doing, what kind of documents would be preparing it, we have explained in detail. That is the place, and I have not explained like, okay, just explain it. I have explained this by putting a project into center. So project is in this one, we have used a construction, a project which I have done, explaining that what is the manufacturing, what kind of things they have, what kind of manufacturing facility they have, what kind of distribution center, how they procure the material, how they sell the material. Everything has been covered in this. Okay, first as a explaining you to the business, and it's a real project which I have implemented when we created this course. At that time, that implementation we have just finished. I have taken that example and explained all the activities which we have done into this project. Okay, so this is 60 to 70 hours of course. By that time, you have prepared your CV and you're looking for the job. Actually, I suggest people कि भैया start with this course once this is 50% completed. Start with this course. This course we are trying to define into small lectures, bite pieces lectures of 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, which you can try to watch one in a day. This will help you a lot to again refine your CV. Again, note it down when you prepare the CV, it is not like this CV has been prepared. When you will go to the strategy which has been given in this course to craft the CV, you will see that every week you need to update your CV. So when you are getting more learning from here, you got the support project exposure from here, you go back into your CV and explain that what are the activities you know as a support consultant. When you get the implementation project exposure, go back in your CV and explain the implementation project exposure that you have been involved in creating a business blueprint document, functional specification. These all things which is required. I have met so many people who said technical questions they are still able to answer for FICO, but whenever it comes to the implementation, they ask what kind of functional specifications we have prepared, what is IDOC, what is BAPI, how it get integrated. We are not able to answer those questions because we don't have any exposure to it. So we said, okay, let's do the exposure. Let's get those exposure of additional things which is required to get the interview create. So that we have included there. Then once you have done this part, then you are preparing for the interviews. And we understand you need to prepare for interviews. Every interview, prepare for it. Don't take it lightly. I'm taking, at least in a week, I'm taking 15 to 20 interviews. And the problem is people are taking interviews lightly. They are not preparing for the interview. Make sure you prepare for the interview. So for that, we have created a specific product that how you need to prepare for the interview. Questions are there, reference interview questions are there, which you can go through. I have also some strategies which you need to follow for the interviews. All this strategy I have explained in a couple of videos which is available in it. Then multiple interview questions are there which you can go through it, and then prepare yourself accordingly. So you need to prepare for this interview questions and don't hesitate to go for interview. You need to also do, our students are doing with us that once you go through the interviews, note down the questions. Noting down the question is a very good practice. Note down the questions immediately after the interview. And when you are going for the next interview, make sure at least what question has been asked in the previous interview, you have 100% prepare for them. If you will do this for the four interviews or 3 to 4 interviews in back to back, without putting your mind into that, boss, I'm getting failed, just remove it. Every failure is the next step to the success, right? If you do this for the 3 to 4 interviews, you will find when you're going into the 5th interview and you have only prepared the question which has been asked in the 4 interviews, in 5th interviews, 50 to 60% of the questions would be repeating. Again, they would be asking you same question. And if you 50 to 60% of the questions, if you are able to answer with a lot of confidence, then your chances of getting selected in that interview is 70 to 80%. Right? So there are some strategies to prepare. You need to take the interviews with seriousness, with professionalism, right? So that product will guide you to prepare for the interview. Then yeah, I have prepared. I'm not getting confidence. I'm not getting confidence. So we have preparing one more. For other modules, this is there, but FICO again, this is coming in 2 to 3 weeks. We are putting a product which will be helping you for the mock interviews. So you can go here and you can book your mock interview schedule. Boss, I have done all the preparation, but still, before I go for an interview and I feel this is a good interview, I need to crack, I want to work for this company, I want to practice it. I want someone to take my interview. So we have created a product. You can go into this product and you can book your mock interview so that you can practice it with us, right? A guy would be there. It's a 30-minute session. He would be going through 20 to 25 minutes of interview. And then after that, he would be submitting. Last 5 minutes, he will be telling you where the things are good and where the things you need to improve. Okay, where the things are good and where you need to improve. That will happen from this mock interview product. So you learn SAP, you learn basics, you learn FICO, you prepared your CV, you got the implementation project exposure, you got the support project exposure, you prepared for interviews, you have also given the mock interview. So you are almost 60 to 70% ready to go into the market. One additional thing after that you can do, and for that also we have created a product, prepare for certification. We have mock test available here, and with this mock test, you would be able to prepare for the certification. I have put it the certification at the last because certification is not that mandatory to have it. Okay, it's not that mandatory to have it. It is good to have it, but I have put it into the last. But before to get the certification, in an interview, if you can showcase you know how to support, how to work as a support consultant or how to work as an implementation consultant, if you can explain function specifications, RICE-FW, BBPs, right? Business challenges in the implementation. If all these things you can explain it, it has much, 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 much more value. Experience always has a much, much, much more value compared to compared to the certification. Certification is good to have it, but make sure you have other things in the CV. If you can put some experience in the CV, it is always weighted more than the certification. But certification, I recommend if you are SAP consultant in your lifespan in first 2 3 years itself, try to get a certification. That's a badge which acknowledge you that yes, you are master of this product or of this solution from SAP, right? So certification, some people said that ki, Bhaiya, I will do the certification, then I will go prepare my CV. Once my certification is clear, then I am ready for the job, right? And they are taking so much of time. They need to read the four big books and then prepare for it. Our strategy is different. You will come to know the strategy in this product. We have a reverse strategy for the certification. You do all the things before, and without reading a books, you go for the test, and from the test you find where which questions you don't have an answer, and then go back to the book for the reference. So with that you would be able to uh, prepare for the certification, right? And then you can also go for the internship. Internship is we are giving, and it's only if you have a mastery bundle access and excellence bundle. After that, you can also go for excellence. We have not put it excellence so that it does not become too much for you. This is mastery FICO. Then we have excellence FICO also, which covers the advanced topics, right? So then we have excellence bundle also. You can go through the excellence bundle, but if you have both mastery and excellence bundle, you can participate in our internship program. In this internship program, we run a project. The project which right now we are running, which is going to end for implementation in RJ Cotton. The last project which we have done is the implementation for Athia Rubber. So what we do, we create an implementation project for a real-time business scenario, which I have experienced, and we explain that business scenario. We create a team. There would be a SD, MM, PP, FICO, a WAP consultant would be there. We will be creating a project environment. You would be working as a team, and you need to deliver that project end to end by doing all the things by your own hand. By doing a business discussion, I would be playing a role of a business, and I will say, you are consultant, ask me the questions. What questions you want to ask me to understand my business more? So you will get real-time exposures. You would be getting a real-time exposures. Then you would be preparing as a studies, to be studies. You would be preparing a business blueprint documents. We'll be talking about the functional specifications. You will prepare a functional specification on your own. You will book a session with the ABAP consultant to explain them. ABAP will do the development. You will do the testing. You will prepare test plan, test scenarios, configuration documents. Everything you will do in this internship. And this internship, you need not to join you need not to join physically. This internship is also online. If you are able to spend 20 hours including weekend, you would be able to complete the assignments. Okay, but we have so many applications. First time when we launched this program, we got 2000 plus applications, so we cannot involve everyone. We have limited 20 to 30 seats in one implementation project, and we are only giving chance to participate in this internship. We are not charging for it, and we are not also paying for it. Okay, we are only giving access to this internship for the people who have our SAP FICO mastery and excellence. Believe me, this is the part which is creating a difference. 80% of the students who are getting job from the Sastragi, they are coming back and they said that internship, and this is the two major pillar, job and mastery plus internship. A lot of FICO people who got trained in the different institute paying 3 lakh, 4 lakh rupees came to us, got trained into this roadmap, into this journey. They have got trained, and this journey can easily take you around 4 to 6 months. If you're going with internship, it will easily take 6 months. It is not like cakewalk, 25 घंटे का training हो गया किसी ने दे दिया, or 40 hours of training somebody has given, you become a consultant. That's the hypothetical statement, or that's the illusion people have in their mind. It does not happen. It requires a lot of hard work. It requires a step-by-step process to become a consultant. Becoming a consultant is not easy. In this one, in future, which will be coming, which is very important, and one of you guys highlighted is communication. When you're becoming a SAP consultant, communication is important. We are not an institute which is training communication. But if you feel that your communication is not good, you need to start from there itself parallelly for the communication so that in 6 months, when you are trying to reach to a goal of securing a job as a consultant, you also get your communication improved. I know a lot of people, they are good. They know the knowledge, implementation ki knowledge also they get it. Good technical knowledge they also have, but they are not able to represent themselves in the interviews. Okay, so that communication you need to improve. And sometimes communication takes longer time. Communication will take longer time, but communication is evergreen. If you do it now, whether you become a consultant or not, or you grow into another fields, or you become a consultant and then you leave it, you try to do something else, communication would be always with you. It is required for each and every job. Existing job, looking for a job, doing operations job, everything it will help you out. So find a good, I have tried 3, 4 institute. I'm not happy with any of them. Once I get something, as I said, that I have a reference course which you can do as a prerequisite. If you don't know the finance principles, basic of finance, we are also looking to give you something for communication. I have not find anything good and concrete which I can recommend to my students. As soon as I get, I will give it, but a lot of open things are there to improve your company communication, get it improved. One thing, the communication which we have included, after this, actually, we have one more program which we have just launched last month itself. That is a 1-year program. If you are interested in 1-year program, that is for the specific thing. We'll be having an interview process for it. And this is only for the diamond membership. You would be working with Shastra Geek. You would be having a working certificate of 1 year. And last 6 months, you will also get the internship in this program. Monetary internship would be there for the last 6 months. This is very focused training where basically we will be training you on the additional things also, the communications, workshop handlings, workshop moderation, and then office tools, presentation, some additional tools which is required for a consultant. A lot of things we have grouped together. You would also be working as a shadow consultant with another consultant. You would be having a dedicated mentor who would be having a 15 minutes call daily to you to make you in a discipline and follow it. All these things, that mentorship we have added, live session we are doing. I can give you the recording also. All this thing to make you in discipline. Otherwise, people start something and they quit it. I'm putting all the things together. I'm putting the thread, tying the thread so that you are monitored, you are controlled, and you can reach your goal. That is a 1-year program that is required the dedication of 1 year. This is specifically for the people who are not working or who have taken the career break or the freshers who wants to start their journey. They can go ahead with this 1-year program. They can go ahead with this 1-year program, where basically you would be working with Shastra Geek, but again, only for the diamond membership. So you will be working with Shastra Geek. Last 6 months, you will also get the internship amount from us, and we'll also try to assign you as a projects also. It's very dedicated and focused 1-year program also we do it. But 1-year program, I'll do one detailed session on the 1-year program sometime later. Now let's jump into FICO. Let's learn some basics of FICO. Once you understand this is the journey, make sure you don't mistake each and every element in the journey is important. And then we have some additional things also, right? Additional thing, we have a step-up circle. That is somewhere around 200 hours of videos we give you complimentary because we understand when you learned FICO, sometime, especially it happens for the Europe, Australia, and the US market. When you're going for interview, it's SAP FICO, but they also mention knowledge on MM, knowledge on SD, 3, 4 modules. ये तो bonus चाहिए तुमको. You should have it, and they are not expecting you are expert in those modules. You should have a basic knowledge. So this 200 hours of step-up circles, which we have covered, it is not like you need to go through all the videos. You are going for interview, but in that they have mentioned that knowledge on SAP SD would be advantage. You can go into this, search SAP SD, you will find a 2 hours of session on SD overview. Go for it to have basic knowledge. Oh, APIs. What is APIs? They mention in the job that knowledge on APIs would be required. Search API, you will find a session, go through with APIs. AI, what is going to happen with AI? How SAP is building AI? I want to know more things. You can go with AI here. Some specific topics. What is Signavio? What is Enable now? Sometimes it is there in the JD, right? And then you need to also have some basic knowledge of it. So we understand when you would be learning with us, you need to learn other things also. And believe me, none of the other institute in the world is working on that strategy to making sure to understand ki bhaiya, what do you require? This resource, what do you require if it want to become consultant? He need Enable now. He needs Signavio knowledge. Give it. So that is where this additional course will give you all the other products as and when required. You would be able to jump it and learn it from here. Server access, we have created a product. It is not only the server access, it has the guidelines, it has the videos also. If you face some basic issue in the server, you can go into this and you would be able to resolve it. Okay. And then we have this content library, we are preparing it. What happened? Every module is very deep. We gave 40 plus 60 hours training on FICO. But believe me, I can create easily a course of 400 hours on FICO. That big is the module. There are so many things are there. There are so many things are there. So what we are doing for the additional things, specific things, so many multiple scenarios are there. We are creating this content library. With this content library, you would be having access to a lot of different scenarios. With the screenshot, with the explanation, you would be having access to it. So that if you want to refer to one particular scenario, and this is very helpful when you secure a job, you're working as a consultant, or this particular scenario, I need to know how it happens in SAP. Jump into this product. This product would be able to help you. We have launched this product. Okay, it is in preparation. We have around 10 to 15 documents, but we have a target in 300, no, in 100 days to, in 3 months to take the count of the documents to 100 plus. Okay, let me show you this. All these products are available in our bundle, but let me try to show it to you. Okay, here's my. So this is the one which we have as a content library. So a SEO related part. So it is there with this, all the SEO related content has been uploaded here, but this will get it changed. For SEO, we'll be creating a separate content. This will go out from the library, but it will give you that what kind of documentation you would be getting it from here. So controlling core subject, controlling master data, what master data is required, that content you are having it here. And with the screenshots, step by step, what is the thing, cost element is required, cost center is required, how you would be going through that stuff step by step, how you would be creating it, what kind of things will require. Okay, step by step full guide would be there. If you want to prepare a cost estimate of a new product, what is the cost estimate of a new product, how you would be preparing with the screenshot, a step by step guides is available. Okay, that is very useful. If some specific things are required in interview, you go through these screens, the things will refresh in your mind. So that kind of documentations we are working on to give you so that you are equipped with all the resources which you require to become FICO consultant. So that is a problem. You're going into a you're going into a war and you don't have a proper armory, right? You don't have a gun, you don't have a pistol, you don't have a bullets, right? You need a lot of things. You need to be prepared well. So we are making sure कि भैया give all the things which is required to go through this journey and become a FICO consultant. Okay, now we will be proceeding ahead. Sorry, I have taken a little bit more time. You have a question, so you have a question, you can keep asking your question under the chat. I have few questions which I can see. I will be replying to those questions into the chat, and by the time we are going ahead with Abida. First, let me introduce Abida, and then we would be going ahead. So this is the journey we have explained, and let's go into next part. So Abida is going to be the trainer. The workshop which we'll be doing, the Saturday and Sunday workshops. Saturday's workshop, I would be doing it. Sunday workshop would be done by, navigation workshop would be done by Neha. So she would be doing it. And then after that Saturday, Sunday session, Abida is our trainer. She would be doing, she's having 15 plus years of experience, almost 7 to 8 batches she has taken with us on SAP FICO. She is a working consultant working on 2 projects. Okay, one controlling project she is working, one finance project she is working. So she can give you a lot of project related experience and exposure also. She has been done multiple corporate trainings, 30 plus corporate trainings she has done, and she's also a certified SAP FICO professional. So she's passionate about sharing the knowledge. And with that brief introduction, I would introduce Abida. Abida, you can go ahead. I'm giving you co-host access. You would be able to unmute yourself now.
Yeah, thank you, Parminder.
So, Abida, and now we are jumping into the second part where basically we would be going through some basics of finance. Abida would be explaining. And if you have any question, you can put it into the chat. I would be answering for those questions. And then she would be covering that what is our FICO curriculum, the second box which you have seen. What is that? And you can explore all of these products, which the link has been given, and you can enroll for it for the batch which is going to start. If you want to attend the workshop on Saturday, you need to be enrolled for it. You need to enroll in the course. Go ahead, Abida.
Yeah, thank you, Parminder. Good morning, all. So, before I start, the session, let me share my screen, as well as I need, if any non-commerce student, so please put as NC in the chat box. That would help me to take the examples, like kind of easy peasy kind of examples. Right. Very good. Thank you, guys. Now, hope it's fine, right,
Yeah,
Parminder?
nice.
Right. So what we will try to cover is, we will not discuss more about SAP, but just to give you brief idea what is SAP. We will have a full form on this. Okay. Then what are the modules we'll be having here as a part of SAP? We will discuss, and we will cover our part of FICO mostly. Then why it's a core, as a part of core module, how it's going to, make ourselves, more to be in a demanded position in this marketing world, okay, or in this SAP world. So we'll talk about how FI and CO goes hand in hand with the other modules. Then directly we'll jump into the system, then course curriculum. Along with the system, both we will do at one shot, okay? Curriculum and the course curriculum or the content, we say, right? So course curriculum or the content we will try to cover together. So what is SAP? First of all, it's a kind of system application and product in data processing. Instead of manually doing, we will be doing through the system, and it's a normal app, okay, which doesn't need any programming. No programming, no logic, no coding. It's a complete, it's application, and it's a complete product. It's a complete product wherein I can say as a data processing. If you have a thoughts, first of all, when we say data processing, you might say accounting data. Accounting in the finance data is what it comes into our mind. But it will help us, this SAP will help us not only processing the accounting data, it helps us to process our material, money, management, right? It will help us to track our own men's data, means human resource. Okay, and the machinery. And also the machinery. So in short, instead of putting all M's or all less, which we know about SAP, if you are already aware of, in short, I can say as if now, entire enterprise, whatever they need, enterprise related data we can process being in the one server, which is a SAP. Entire enterprise related data. And without any programming, no need to know, coding, no need to, nothing we need to. It's a kind of simple application. Like the Excel I'm trying to do, it's the same thing. It's a kind of, we can able to see the different here menus. In the menus, we have a sub menu. So the activities which we can do, it's as simple as that. But as Perminder said, it's an ocean. It's an ocean. There are lots and lots to learn. And the best example is we are still into SAP world since 15 years, 15 plus years, 16 years, 18 years, 20 years. We are still enjoying the being in the same software. Okay. So as a part of SAP, there are 20 plus modules got developed. 20 plus modules got developed, and which is the core is the FI. Core main module is an FI. Without FI, these 20 modules, whatever we are gonna have over here, will not work. Like material management we have, sales and distribution we have, HCM, human capital management we have, FSCM we have a TRM, treasury management. Okay, we have a ABAP basis. There are different modules, 20 plus modules. If I quote like this, it will go on. I'll show you. Rather, quoting here, I'll show you. But just for your understanding, FI is a core module which integrates with the different modules here. We have a project system, we have a production planning, we have a different modules we have. So what it binds or how it gonna work the functionality all together by interlinking is integration, the term integration. This is a language in the real time, but as if now, because you are very fresher, you can say link up. How it goes with the 20 plus modules is with the functionality of the integration. It integrates the module, different modules to work together. What Abida, what its integration will help us. A simple example I'll try to quote, then we will jump into system. Let's say, for example, if any company or any enterprise organization, okay, any organization, like for example, Tata group of companies, when they're going for SAP server, let's say, for example, they would need a core accounting FI. And let's say it's not mandatory to use if I'm having SAP server, if Tata wants to go for SAP, if they have an SAP server, it's not mandatory to use all these modules. According to the requirement, we'll be using the modules as per the client. Different clients may have the different requirement over here. Now, this is a core FI. Without FI, as I said, nothing, no SAP server will work out. Okay. So now, along with the FI, if they need materials also to be maintained, which is with the help of material module management here. Now, how the things both will work? Like, for example, I purchased 100 quantity, okay, of some raw material or some material, okay, of some XYZ material. Okay, let's say bags, pens, or stationery or whatever. Okay, so we have purchased 100 quantity at 100 rupees each from XYZ vendor. From some XYZ vendor we purchased. Now, you got the material to your plant, or you have received it to your plant. Okay, now when the material is loading in our warehouse or store or in a plant, what would be the plant controller or the person who is responsible to get the goods in and check as per your delivery note whether 100 quantity is getting loaded into our plant or warehouse or storage, wherever, of this XYZ material? What the person will do, what that particular responsible employee will do over there, he will be updating only that as if they have received 100 quantity at 100 each from so and so XYZ vendor, and the type of material maybe. That's it. They will enter this part. But whose responsibility to post the journal entry as we have purchased? Who will be posting the journal entries? Can you put in a chat box, guys? Whose responsibility? Huh. Accounting. Very good. FI, guys, right? Accounting, which is here. Financial accounting team will be doing it. Journal entry will be posted. Now, before SAP, what used to happen? We used to purchase. The plant team used to update this material from XYZ, and then journal entry will be posted by our core accountant. Or we can say financial accountant here. FI team. FI team will be updating the journal entry to hit our books. Thank you. Thank you for your response. Now, this is the old process. Without SAP, this is what we are processing. Now, if we integrate as a part of SAP, this FI gets integrated with the whatever the client needs. FI and the client needs, right? So when these two gets integrated, these two modules integrates, what will happen? At the plant level or the storage or the material team updates this part. 100 they have received from XYZ vendor some XYZ material. What will happen? FI entry will generate automatically. Abida, come on, Abida. Is it possible? Yes, guys, it's possible. But it should be integrated. When it integrates the entry, we no need to post as before. Collecting the data from the different plants, from the different sales and distribution team, from the HR team, and again post the entries. No, that work is not going to happen now. It will get posted automatically. Having said that, it should be integrated. These modules should be integrated with each other. I will try to show you example at the end in the system if we have time. But as if no, yes, it gets posted automatically. The entry will post like purchases of so and so material and so product account debit to our vendor account credit. This entry will be posted automatically. When the moment they update this part, this will get updated automatically because of this will happen due to the integration part. So these modules are linked up. Can be linked up with the CO. FI is integrated with the MM. FI will integrated with the SD. FI can be integrated with HCM, FSCM, TRM, so on. Of course, MM and SD also can integrate both of them. That's a different issue. But yeah, here this is a core module which can be integrated with the different modules. All this. Okay, ABAP is a technical, a basis is a technical. Let me put this down, but yeah, it will get integrated with other modules. And the ABAP is for, developing and all. So let us not talk about these two. But these are the modules which it will can integrate. Now, that's where FI will be always in the demand. And it's an evergreen module, which provides us a number of opportunities. And having a knowledge in a FI, you can just play with the other modules. We can just play. FI will be having more knowledge compared to the other modules. When we are okay, fine with FI concepts, FI understanding, then how it's integrating with a one module like FI plus CO. We are going to cover in our course FI as well as CO. Then we can play with these modules easily. Yes, exactly correct, Banerjee. Atanu Banerjee is saying automatic account determination. So how this integration will happen? An FI consultant will integrate FI with MM. And when integrating, we will be determining the accounts, GL accounts for auto assigning. What will it will do? It will automatically post the entries. Yes, exactly, you're right. That's where we will be playing the topmost level, FI, always FI. Okay, so that's one thing I wanted to show you as a part of integration when we talk about different modules, what is the use here. Now, as a part of FI, and if we have to talk about our course curriculum and the system, here we would be having main two roles. Main two roles, okay? As a part of responsibilities, it's not possible for me to take entire everything over in one session, but yeah, in the roles and responsibilities, this will be covered in your overview of SAP S/4HANA to what Parminder was trying to show you as a first learning prerequisite, right? So SAP S4 overview session, it will get covered over there. Okay, but for us to follow now further. Okay, as a part of roles and responsibility, we'll be having end user role and we'll be having a consultant role, guys. Consultant. When I talk about consultant, both will have a confusion. So what support consultant also will be hearing, we're looking at the job description. We need a support consultant. Will I be able to, if I go with this particular course or FICO course here, will I be able to? Yes, you will be able to understand different terms like end user, what is end user roles and responsibilities, what is consultant and support consultant responsibilities. Both you will try to get it as a part of this training. Okay, now let me take you through the system. Okay, so this is a SAP logon pad and the system, if I have to show you before we start again, it's a status. You can see it's a HANA database S4 system with a 2023. Okay, latest server which we are gonna use here. Of course, it's for almost, it looks like your sandbox. It's a demo server of a recent one, 2023. Every year SAP will launch the server with the changes, whatever they are making. So we are using the recent one. Every year they will release in the December or a November month end. Okay, now the screen, when we log in into SAP, the screen you can see is the easy access screen, wherein it is mostly for the end user to do the day-to-day activities. I'm directly jumping into accounting, which is our part as a part of FI and CO. accounting we have. In that, we have a financial accounting and then controlling. As I said, we have 20 plus modules. You can see here, see financial supply chain management, central fin, enterprise controlling, investments, project systems, and different here in a logistics. Also, we have materials, governance, sales, distribution, blah, blah, blah. Different modules we have. But let us go to accounting. From here, we have a financial accounting and controlling as a part of our learnings for our FICO learners. Okay, when we go for financial accounting here, again, as Parminder said, we have a FI as a module and a CO, but again in a FI, we can see these are the submodules which we will be covering. Journal ledger, accounts receivable, accounts payable, bank a bit we will cover, and the fixed assets. As a part of GL, if I have to show you, this is an end user. What is an end user, Abida? Means the employee who does the day-to-day work. Like, for example, I'm an accountant, okay? So I'm an accountant right now. I'll go to my area of work. If I'm processing the general ledgers, I can directly log into the system and I can go to the general ledger. I will go for a document entry. I can enter the document, or I'll be reversing, or I'll be just displaying the reports. There are different subfolders over here in the main general ledger folder. We can change the document, display. Okay, we can do the reversals. We can do different activities over here as an end user, day-to-day employee who does a regular shift of doing the data entry. So it's an entry only. Here we'll say document entry, but different teams. General ledger team will be doing document related to invoices. Accounts payable receivables will do related to your sundry creditors, sundry debtors, fixed assets related entries. We will be doing different kinds of entry over here, which we called in the real-time language as a transactional data. Transactional data and the master data, both guys. Okay, again, I don't want to mess up with giving you more and more knowledge, which we cannot complete, which leads to your confusion. Just let us go make it little simple for us. We'll go for document entry and we'll try to post one document of a GL. Okay, simple document. Okay, so FB50. This is my recent company code which we have completed for the sessions. CC00 is my company code. This is a Coca-Cola Private Limited company. Like we have taken example of Tata just now. Let's assume now it's a Coca-Cola company. We are processing a regular expense over here on a today's date. Okay, so today's date I'll be doing one simple, some kind of water bill charges which we are paying or something. So today's invoice, first invoice or some 10th invoice or 15th invoice, this would be your invoice number, whatever you get on your invoice copy, and the text. Okay, so if you are doing a regular normal posting of an expense, against what expense you can update here text. Okay, and the GL accounts, which expense or which GL account it is hitting. Let's say when we do a normal regular expense, it will hit directly to our expense to either cash or bank account. So here you have a expenses, and if you observe these GL accounts, okay, so the text says, okay, it's a Lens Capital, Novos Capital, P&L account, and different tax payable, outstandings, bank account, cash account, sundry debtor, profit and loss account, okay, transport charges, bills. This is a text which you can see on my screen as if no. But if you observe the GL accounts, there is a different series of numbering. Different series of numbering. All my expenses, in short, we have with the 4 series. We have it starting with the 4 series. Okay. Now, let us again make it simple. I'm taking a water bill from here. Now, is it debiting or crediting? Accordingly, okay, we have paid some water bill for today's 10 bottles we have ordered, and we paid through cash or bank. We paid through cash or bank. Simple entry. Is it getting debited or credited? We are just simply picking it up, guys. Okay, and here we have a lot many fields which we can update according to the requirement again. According to the requirement again. Okay, and the text will be writing so and so bill paid. So and so expense paid. In our case, we took a water bill. So water bill expenses met or something we will write here. Okay, let's check the entry if it is allowing us to do or not. It gives us a water bill and the cash account. This is what as a normal accountant I can read it. And I can see with the 100 debit and the 100 credit, we don't see here DRCR. DRCR will be here act as a posting keys, 40 and 50 posting keys. Okay, and the document date and the invoice number. This posting date we haven't discussed, but yeah, today's it's a posting date because we are posting today. The system will automatically pick up. And this company code we selected CC00. And this physical year period to which we are posting is got updated. The reason it got updated few details by itself because as a consultant, when you do the configuration in the system, then we can able to post this kind of entries here. Let us save this document details over here and let us display the same. This is a simple entry which we can made out water bill account debit. As I said, yes for debit, H for credit it goes and the cash account. If it is a cash, bank, which account it made and how this accounting numbering is getting generated. How would you able to select this company code CC00? If let's say I want to go for some company code XY00, will I be able to select and post the documents directly? No. See what it says, entry XY00 does not exist in table level. Means this is not yet created. An end user and accountant cannot post the data for some XYZ company code if the settings are not done at the system. When I say settings, it's a layman language, but in the real time, we will say configuration. If I don't do as a consultant this configuration, I'll not be able to post in the system. Now, this is a simple entry which we have posted. Let me take you through how the configuration will happen. How do we start a company code, company creation, the GL accounts, whatever I have used now. How do we start with all those stuff? Directly posting is fine, Abida end user role. So how we are gonna do all this? Let me take you through the screen which leads us to implementation guide. SAP reference IMG implementation guide. This is the area, if you see, this leads implementation and consultant to work for his own module. We have a controlling, we have a financial accounting, financial supply chain management, multi-banking, if you observe logistic, EHS, product compliance, sales, material. These are different modules wherein a different consultant, first of all, will be doing, if they are doing the implementation project, they will be doing here basic configuration, then an end user can happily use it. So as to start with our training, what we will do is first we will try to act as a consultant. First we will try to understand what are the requirements of any company, client, Coca-Cola client or Tata client or some Reliance client or L&T client, whatever their requirement, and accordingly we will try to do the configuration from the first step. Who will be doing this part? Again, who will be touching this enterprise part? Here, defining the company. Very good. Exactly correct. An FI consultant. Without doing this part of defining company, right, exactly right. Defining company codes, business areas, functional areas. No other consultant can work on the other modules, whatever you can see here, either controlling also. So either controlling also, guys. When I say no other consultant is controlling consultant also cannot touch anything. They cannot touch anything out of these modules. First and foremost thing, the FI consultant should understand the requirement of Tata or Coca-Cola here, and then try to do the defined company code. So this is the way we have created that CC00. Just an end user, what they have done, they pick the company code and now they are able to process the invoices. We were able to post one invoice, right? It's a technicality. Client means when they take a server, it's a technical system. Client is a system, Atano. Okay, but these company codes and all in that client, these company codes will be created by FI consultant. Okay, when you talk about client, I'll explain you in detail how the landscape, how the system goes in, and who will be doing that. That would be part of our technical team. Why the technical team intervention? Because that's a server related. But here, if you talk about our client here in this part, Coca-Cola company, that would be created by our FI consultant. Okay, so this is CC00, wherein we have already created Coca-Cola Private Limited, and it's located in Hyderabad, India, and with this currency. Now, when we process the document, let me take you to the display of our document just now, whatever we have done. Right? So it will be populating in INR currency. So this is where we have tried to create a CC00. Now, as a consultant, what we will be learning, first preference will be giving to this screen, first of all, to this IMG screen, and we'll try to cover a part of configuration wherein an end user can post a document this simple. Like for example, we have created the GL accounts, right? 400303, I have used it. So how can you use that part, Avida, how it is defined here in the system? So let me just show you part of configuration so that you can get a more clarity. Here we have a GL account. In this GL account preparation, it's as a consultant. As a consultant, I have defined chart of accounts as a CC00, wherein I'm specifying I'll be using this chart of accounts with the length of 6 digits number. Basic configuration I have done that my GL should be shown as a English water bill. Water bill, I can read it out. Water bill, cash account, bank account, some XYZ expenses. In the length of 6 digits I have defined. After defining this one, what we specified to our account groups to be displayed is we have specified my account groups in a breakup. I'm sorry, here it shows like, kind of everything like misplacing the series. But just to make you understand, let me share one of file here quickly with you guys. Okay, so we will be defining, okay, I'll be using 6 digits, and this grouping, numbering, I will be using this way. Means if you observe here, all my liabilities are breaked up with the one series. It's a structuring. I'll structure my GL accounts in such a beautiful way that, okay, I will be using this one series for liability. Again, is this mandatory, Abida, to use one series? Not at all a mandatory. You can use 5 series, 6 series, any numbering series. But how the system, we can control the system. All my GL accounts related to expenses, related to incomes, or related to liability. In liability also related to only capital account. How do we structure that part is by creating the different groups over here. We have structured my GL accounts in such a way that it should give me all expenses with the 4 series. So when I create the GL accounts, I will be picking this numbering to create my GL account for easy for us to track different set of GL's report. Only expense I want to track over here. I can give 4 series in my reporting. I will only get the expense report. Abida, in expense also, I want to see only admin expense report. I can see it. Abida, let's see how today's my bank balance is reflecting. I can see it because I structured stating that my current asset should be, my fixed asset should be, my deposit should be in this way. So what we are telling to the system, my client will be using this numbering when they go for a GL accounts. This is a structuring the GL accounts. How do we do that in the system? By defining in the account groups. These are the account groups. So as per the requirement of a Tata, okay, we will be defining, structuring the groups, and those groups as a consultant when we create, what my end user is doing, my end user is happily picking the details directly from the system. Okay, your company code is MR00 or your company code is IN00. Okay, let's post the GL for this part. A regular normal invoice, a normal regular invoice. And what is the use of that structuring, Abida? So we have a reporting transaction code, guys. So here I can give. When I give, I want to look at the report of all the GLs up to 999 GLs. I don't know what is structure we define in the system. Let me see all the reports of all the GLs. I can see the reporting for all the GLs for CC00 company code, like Lens Capital, Novos Capital, Sundry Creditor, outstandings, down payments, technical clearing account, so on I can see. Now, Abida, let's see only part, as you said, cash account or entire are current assets, which I have given structured as this part. I can see here. Only cash account and bank account directly. And the sundry debtors, which is part of current assets. And the tax receivables, entry C. As a part of our training, we try to cover each and every area what an FI needs here. Configuration part as well as end user. In the same way, I can post a quickly FI entry, or I can show, because time is running out, I can show one vendor invoice just for your idea purpose, how the different submodules of an FI will again integrate with each other. How do we reconcile submodules? I'll post one quick entry over here by selecting the supplier invoice, vendor invoice, supplier. We will say, I'm picking the supplier, guys, Intel Core or some different vendors we try to create over here. Don't concentrate on the amount and all. Just it's for you to make you little bit more giving idea about if I'm taking the same water bill. Okay, if I'm taking the same water bill expenses, but I'm just taking it on a credit basis, means I may be paying within 10 days, 15 days, or a month and whatever, but I'm taking the same water bill from my vendor. That first example, we have seen the same example with our cash account now, but we are looking at a supplier. Just here, if you observe here, what did I enter? The details of a supplier. Okay, I have entered the details of a supplier, Intel Core Private Limited for our CC00. Means I'm taking water from the CC00 water bill, or some, let's say for example, I have purchased some Intel Core, it says, right? Our vendor is Intel Core. Let's assume that we have purchased some um, instead of water bill, some laptops or some electronic gadgets from the Intel Core. Okay, now let's simulate this transaction. Now here, if you observe the Intel Core, this is a vendor. Here, accounts payable is a subledger, guys. Accounts payable is a subledger which it doesn't hit directly to the GL account. See, it's going credited as a 31 key. Credit it is going, but it's not directly hitting to your general ledger. It's a vendor account, sub ledger it will act. And the water bill is a main ledger which is acting as a 40. Now, Abida, what is a subledger and all means? We'll discuss in detail, but as if now, let me show you how this transaction reflect automatically. When we reconcile our payable account, which is a creditor account with the vendors, how it reconcile when I double click, we selected only supplier Intel Core. But my main GL account, which is reflecting is 100, 500. Did we select it while processing? Just now I tried to post the transaction, right? I didn't even post it. I didn't even save it. But did I select this GL account, guys? 100, 500 to process here in our screen? No. Exactly. I can see only few responses. No, right? So how it's possible? How it's possible means when we do, yes, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your message, right? So if you observe here, how it gets it, it's through the reconciliation. All these things, what is debit, what is a posting key, 40, 50, how to create your GL groups, how to create your supplier groups, supplier is appearing, currencies, okay, different posting periods, which we haven't selected anywhere. Posting period, physical year, I haven't selected Abida, how to take the taxes up. Everything will be going to cover as a part of our learning. In this 40 plus hours, we will be trying to learn all this. How this document is getting generated, Abida. When I posted with the essay for the GL and it was showing with the 1 series, but 19 series got generated. There are different document numbers which are generating when you select different types of invoices. How it's coming by itself, Abida, how it's getting generated, how do we do configuration is what we will try to learn as a part of our course curriculum. Can you share my course curriculum screen?
Yeah, Vida, we can see the course curriculum
Yeah,
screen.
thank you, Pamela. Thank you for confirming. See here, we will start with SAP FICO and the S4 Simple Finance course curriculum content. This is all about. And we will be discussing more about S4HANA architecture and what about the need for universal journal SAP theory. This one we will talk it at the end of our sessions. But to start with, we'll start hands-on. Hands-on, nothing but here term to be used for the practicals. You will be having, I'll executing everything the way I have shown you in the system. just now, the same way we'll try to cover from starting creation of company, trying to understand what the client requirement will be. In every session, we'll start with 5 to 7 minutes in understanding what would be the client requirement and how we are going to meet it. From there onwards, we'll pick up company, company code, business areas, profit center, locations, sales organization. See, as a part of, as I said, there will be different, again, types of roles and the data we would be requiring in a system. So as a part of master records, we'll be trying to understand what is GL masters, how we can create that 400303 numbering, 200100 cash account numbering and all. We can try to see the master records, vendors which have picked just now, some vendor Intel core have picked, how to create that asset masters and the different types of material groups we'll try to cover here as a part of master records. And these are the global parameters wherein we will be defining physical year. It was populating, right? Physical year 2024 in our screen. The posting period variant, it was showing the 5th period or 6th period in the system. Let me take back to the screen because here we have it handy. So it was showing 6th period and it was showing the physical year. How this can be happen, how this structure of our account groups and all will happen. Here we'll try to different document types, like when we posted here the document, we got the document numbering auto populating, automatically generating 19 series. How it gets generated, when I process GL, it was showing with 1 series. Okay, so how it generates, how the different document types needed, what is the role of a different document types, and how we can do configuration. Field settings, like for example, when I was processing here, I was only selecting a part of fields, rest of the fields haven't touched, but the system still allow me to post. Here if you observe, there are 140 fields, guys. Here we have 140 fields, but I entered hardly the text I entered, the amount I entered, and I moved on with the help of my GL accounts to proceed further. I was able to successfully save the document. So how the system is allowing without entering all the fields? How do I adjust all these fields is what we will try to cover in the field status. We have seen only INR currency reflecting, but we can see different currencies, how to post, different types of ledgers, 0L, leading ledger, non-leading ledger, right? So new GL concepts other than what we will be discussing is as a part of document splitting, different aspects of global parameters and all we will be discussing here. Then as a part of GL concepts, the one which I have shown you, account groups. How do we structure the accounts in a beautiful way or as per the requirement of our Tata or Coca-Cola? How do we do different account groups in a different numbering is what we will try to see. Return earnings account, tolerance groups. As a part of GL, this FSP, financial statement version, is a hot topic, guys. As a part of interview also, it's an important question. So how do I look at the different financial statements? How to activate the new GL accounting, integration with the different modules, not only RFI with accounts payable, accounts receivable, asset accounting, reconciliation within the sub-modules. We use the term reconciliation when we are doing integration within FI modules. But when we go with the different modules, like FI is going with the FI is getting integrated with the MM or SD, then the integration term we will be using. But within a FI, if I'm using accounts payable, accounts receivable, then this one we will call it as a reconciliation accounts. Okay, I'll tell you how to auto reconcile. Why we will be using reconciliation? Because these are the sub modules within FI. These are the sub modules within FI. So there are different terms we'll be using. Okay, so as a part of FI, we are using reconciliation. Okay. when we use different modules, we'll use the term integration. Okay, so that's part over here. And we will be going for, see, as I said, document splitting, posting keys, what is 40, what is 50. Okay, and what are the other activities which we can do after basic configuration, parking, posting, holding. This part is more to do with the end user. This down part is more to do with the end user. This 3-4 lines is more to do with the end user. Other than that, consultant. So both club together here. As a part of our training, we will do consultant role and we'll see whether the documents we are able to post as per the requirement of our Tata or Coca-Cola or some XYZ client. And we will discuss about the universal general ledger. This will go as your advanced topic of a tables concept. To get this topic, ESIDOCA or universal journal to be understood, prerequisite is we try to cover a good amount of our course curriculum. Then we will move to this ESIDOCA topic. But yes, we are going to cover what is a universal general ledger, what is difference makes from ECC to S4 system. I'll try to show you in the system directly. Then, as I said, all these are reconciliation modules or sub-ledgers, sub-modules, which are part of FI, accounts receivable, accounts payable, then the banking part, wherein we will reconcile with our this sub-modules with our GL accounts. We will talk about business partners. We'll talk about different account groups for the customers, vendors, and the business partner topic. We'll discuss here what are the roles, grouping, number ranges, master data synchronization, how it goes synchronization with our term vendor and the customer. Here, no more in S4 system, we will not call it as a term vendor. We'll call it as a supplier. A supplier. We picked up now Intel Core supplier. So to get this supplier Intel Core created, what is the configuration? We start with the account groups for the supplier. Then we will do the business partner settings. Then we will synchronize our business partner with our supplier. Then I can create the masters like Intel Core, vendor master, supplier master. Like the Intel Core we can create. Then we will talk about different terms which we'll be using in the processing of a same vendor invoice. Like we'll talk about here, payment terms, payment method. See, we haven't selected. When I process this invoice, just now we process this one. This is a 20-second document we have processed 190022 in the system, but it automatically picks our payment run, payment method. How it is picking Abida means we have done the configuration. We have done the configuration in such a beautiful way that it will pick automatically now going forward. And see one more a good thing here. Different payment terms, automatic payment program. Automatic payment program. Manual payments, advances. 3 different topics we'll try to cover here when it comes to payments. Oh, what is the use? What is that good about to talk about automatic payment program? When you have, guys, just tell me one thing, put in your chat box. If you have 10 invoices for the vendor, 10 different vendors, each is having 2, 3, 4, 5 invoices. Each vendor is having multiple invoices. Okay, 10 vendors. Let's assume we have a 10 vendors. Each vendor has 2 to 3 invoices to be paid. If I'm paying without the use of any system, how much time it will take? Time to process payments. A normal question, if I'm making the payment, okay, manually. 10 vendors we have. Correct. Each vendor, 2 to 3 invoices, that's it. Any other thoughts, Anar? Okay, very good. One day, Very good. Any other thoughts? Less than that, 1 hour, anyone? Less than 1 hour, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Can we do? Human can do? Very good. Well said. Well said. Accounts payable. In accounts payable, automatic payment program will help us. Come on, Abida. You're just saying like this. No, guys, I'm not. Within 2 to 3 minutes, we can make the payments. It's possible, trust me. So here, in accounts payable, automatic payment program. Okay, automatic pay program, we'll say. We'll do the configuration. Consultant will take time to understand how the client is making the payments, which banking details we are using, what is the area we are trying to work, to the which country, which banking details, okay, what different types of vendor, which is a payment method. We will do the, first of all, groundwork of a client requirement. And when we do this automatic payment program settings, an end user, not only 10 vendor invoices, if you have 100 vendor invoices, thousands of vendors will be having in the system. Thousands of vendor invoices, each having 2 to 3, minimum 2 to 3 invoices can be paid in 5 to 10 minutes. In 5 to 10 minutes, we can pay out. And not only making the payments, the checks also will get cut. Checks also will get issued. The check numbering will get issued. And not only that part, see, the moment you pay Google Pay, Phone Pay, you'll get a message, right? Your bank account has got debited. Ha, debited. We'll be waiting for our credit salaries per month or our pocket money to get credited. Ha, debited. So that type of message will reach out to the vendor stating within a fraction of seconds, stating that you got a payment for against so and so invoice numbers. We may have thousands vendors, and each vendor we may have 3 invoices, out of which you have paid 2. It will give the message. These 2 invoices got paid with this 2 amount. It will give the message to the vendor from the system, directly from our system. Is it possible, Labida? Yes, it's possible. It's possible. So because here it has an executed one, we cannot do entire in a 1 hour session, as I said. Just let me take you through this configuration wherein we have a CC00 and we have the run date. Okay, on our 6th, which is a June month, and we have done a sample kind of example just to cover in our sessions. 2 generated, 2 completed. This payment run has been carried out. Let me show you how the payment list can be displayed here for us in the system. This is for our purpose. Okay, so this is a list which is showing in the system that we have made the payment with so and so document number, Citibank, with a check for this particular vendor, Intel Core vendor, as well as Radeon group of companies. We have made 2 invoices over here and 2 invoices over here. And how it got paid, guys? It got paid through the check mode. And with which banking details it got paid? It got paid with the our banking details. For CC Coca-Cola banking details, these are the banking details with which it got paid to the vendor banking details. It got paid to the vendor banking details. Oh, Abida, is it? Can I see the check number? You said check got executed, check number. This is a check number with the help of which bank? These banking details. To whom it got paid? payment document. So to whom it got paid? It got paid to our Intel core. I'm sorry. This is my vendor. In the same passion, whatever we mention in our curriculum, in the same passion, each and everything done for a customers, okay, down payments, tax calculations, how the tax will reflect. When I was showing you the GL account report, tax report also got populated, right? So I don't remember what is the number for it as if now, but if you want to say it, I'll try to pick up only our current assets. So this should be created here, tax account, tax GLs, okay? So what is a tax GL? See, as I said, down payment advances to the vendors. See, tax receivables, total tax at the time of sales, which we have processed with the example. This is a tax document. Okay, so in this passion, we'll try to cover asset accounting, how the asset accounting configuration will be done as a consultant, so that the depreciation can be calculated. Here we'll be doing a depreciation run, guys. How the depreciation run will be done if you have a thousands of assets you have. How much time it will take? Obviously, for thousands of assets, it will take entire week, more than 1 week, working 100 employees. Then we can achieve thousands of assets calculating depreciation. But here in the system, with a single click, I'll be selecting if I have to do the, let's assume today is a month end. Let's assume, okay. I'll be just selecting company code. I'll be selecting posting period as 6. This is 6th. I'll explain why it goes 6th. If not, you can take it as a September 9th month, with the 9th, not to make you confused. Because we are calculating from the April month, okay? Then it will come as a 6th. April, May, June, July, August, September, 6th month. Then we'll be calculating test run. I can calculate the depreciation at a one shot. How many assets? Thousands of assets. I can run it because we don't have any to run. We cannot see the data because it's already done. If I have to pick up for the 7th period, I'm not sure that I may get a data or not. So it's saying, see, posting run for a future period requested. Fine, I'm doing in a test run. See, this is a depreciation which gets calculated for the 7th period. This is the amount for different assets, guys. Again, different assets. This one is for different assets. Total depreciation it will show. And when we complete this one, asset level, each asset level, it will show the depreciation. We have here plant and machineries, only one. So it is showing only for that part. But we can do thousands of asset at one shot depreciation by selecting the periods. So that would be covering in the asset accounting. And as a part of controlling, we have a new asset accounting. As I said, there are few more topics. As a part of controlling, Abida, everything we are doing in a FI, then what will be doing in a controlling? Controlling will help us to monitor and analyze the cost and the revenue overheads. Cost management, management accounting, what we refer to. That's a part of controlling will do. Whatever the documents you posted in a FI, with the help of the cost objects and the revenue, we will try to achieve profitability analysis. It's only concepts, no hands-on. Product costing, reports, internal orders, cost centers, profit centers, different postings. And these are the reports, guys. Reports common both for your FI and CO. Okay. See, and the master data and a management accounting in sense your controlling part. Okay, so understanding few more for the reporting purpose, because it's only for the reporting purpose. Management accounting is for to analyze and monitor so that the management can take better decision. It's a management reporting. So we'll try to post the FI entries with the help of cost objects, or we can say cost elements. The same entry we'll try to go for the controlling, and when posting here, we have here, let me try to show you one more entry over here. Okay, just bear with me. Any expense real, so I'm taking a purchase real right now just to make ensure I can give you the example. So this is the way we try to post it before transaction with the 400, 300. Okay, now I'm trying to post this the same type of purchases, direct purchases, let's assume, with the 4 lakh GL, which is relevant for our controlling part. What the system is throwing an error. The system is throwing an error. Account 40000 requires an account assignment relevant to cost accounting. Now, what it's relevant means cost element. As a part of cost element, I have to give either cost center, internal order, profit center. As a part of our training, what is a cost center, Abida, internal order, profit center? So the part of a training, when we are going for a controlling part, I'll explain you the difference of different cost elements over there. Okay, here actually no cost elements in S4 system, but still, okay, we have a cost center's internal order. So here when we pick the cost center for this one, that means the GL, FI and CO is getting integrated, and now we will not be having the same error. See, the system is turning it to green. It is allowing me to move further. Ignore yellow color messages, guys. Those are the warnings. Again, we'll be discussing different types of warning messages, error messages and all. Green color errors, yellow color, red color. What is green color? It's a information. What is red color? It's an error message. Warning is a yellow. So we will be discussing all about when we go for our learnings more. But see, this is the way. I can simulate now, then I can post it now here with the help of this cost object. In the earlier case, we did not do that. We did not do with the cost center. So how, Abida, how can we identify different types of GL accounts with the cost centers, with profit centers and all? Is part of our trainings will get covered. So that's part, how to analyze the reports, okay, and all. I may be running fast this slide. You can see the content in the link, I guess so, right, Aman? And this everything, whatever we have specified here, we'll try to execute everything in the system end to end till you get the reporting, till you get the financial extract. So if you want me to show quickly for this CC00 financial extract, Abida, let us see that part. Why should we? For company code, our company code, this was I was talking about, guys, financial statement version, which takes again a couple of, not couple of minutes, nice 20, 30 minutes to discuss. We can see the different reports, guys. Again, having said that, we are going for a different reports. This is a part of one financial statement, okay? Financial statement report, like total incomes, total sales accounts you have here, okay? Total purchases you have here, different type with the business areas breakup. So just for your idea purpose, This is what you can see with your numbering. Financial statements you can see. Profit and loss account statement, trial balance report, vendor aging report, end to end. Starting of scratch creation of company code, postings, then reporting. End to end we will try to see here. Okay, now I'm good at. Okay, so content you can go through in detail by yourself. I'm good at now showing the system. Anyone has related queries for me, whatever we discussed as if now, you can place in a chat. I'll try to.
Okay, Bida, before we jump into queries, I just want to show a quick slide,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll be jumping into the queries, is the schedule. So this is going to be the schedule. So 14th of September, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., we are doing a SAP overview workshop. So if you are new to SAP, if you say that, okay, before I jumping into it, what is SAP, what it would be doing, what kind of projects, all this content we are giving you in a SAP in a nutshell course, which is a prerequisite course which you need to complete before it. But for that course, we are doing a two workshop to take you up to pace. But if you enroll now, you have a 2 weeks to complete the prerequisite course. And in this two workshop also, we'll be talking about that course so that if you're not able to complete through the self-paced, at least in this two workshop, you are on the platform that you would be able to directly jump into the session. From 21st September, Saturday, Abida would starting taking the sessions for SAP directly into SAP FICO, starting with the enterprise structure and other things. And these two sessions would be one which will make you up to speed to know the basics of SAP. Okay. So all the enrolled students who have been already enrolled would be jumping into the 14th September workshop. If you say that I am already working as a consultant, okay, I just want to cross train myself, then you can directly jump into the sessions of from starting from 21st of September. So that is from our side from today. Anyone has any question? Anyone has any questions, you can feel free to ask. What are the fees? Fees you can go in the bundle. Why we are not telling the fees, because it can be different in the different countries based on the taxes. But the link has been given. If you will go into the link, let me go into the bundle. com/FICO-BD. So based on the country you are from, when you go into this bundle link, you have a path also which we have discussed, and this is the price you will see in different countries. Based on the taxes applied, this can be the final cost can be different, but this is the price as of now. Okay, this is price for the full bundle for all of the courses. This 3, 6, and 9. These all are included in the bundle. These all courses are included in the bundle. This is price for that. Are you providing hands-on in a live project? Hands-on in a live project is our internship program, which we have discussed. Nasir, if you have joined late, we have gone through that. What should be the roadmap for the training? In the roadmap, if you see here, this is SAP internship, which you get if you have our mastery and excellence bundle. Then you would be jumping into the internship where you would be sitting with the consultant to participate in the implementation project. But if you have only the mastery content, there also we have implementation and support project exposure. This is a self-paced videos, almost 60 to 70 hours, taking to one full life cycle of a support project and one full life cycle of an implementation project that you can go through this video. If you want to sit with the people to complete a project, this is the SAP internship, which is free of cost if you have our mastery and excellence access to the two bundles. You can always drop a email to support@sastrageek.com to get a single link to enroll for the internship where you have a mastery content also and excellence content also. Global certification, it is included. You need to know that global certification is provided by SAP. What is included here in the roadmap is preparation for the certification. We have a product which will help you to prepare for the certification, but you need to book for the SAP global certification from the SAP website. And from there, you need to take the certification. There is no another institute in the world who can give you the SAP global certification other than SAP. And you can directly book with SAP, will can help you out, but that fee you need to pay directly to SAP, and then you need to write an exam with them. That was a question from Bhushan Patil. Anyone has any another question before we end the call for today? Okay, thank you everyone. If you don't have any other call, we'll catch you into the workshop session next Saturday, 7 p.m. IST. Thank you for joining today. Have a good day. Bye-bye for now.